Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody's having a good morning this morning. I hope everybody is smiling wherever you're at in the world, having a good old morning. I'm just chilling. Um, just sitting here chilling and laid back. And, you know, I'm chilling. Uh, but I'm sitting here drinking my coffee, waking up. I got to take my medication, y'all. Almost forgot. Shit, there I go again. Y'all know I'm always saying, don't forget your medications. Don't be like me. And there I go being like me, forgetting my medications. Damn it. I got to stop doing that. Uh, let me take my meds, y'all. Let me take my meds. Take my medication. Also, good morning to my beautiful bushwatchers out there and to my people who are busy, my replay gang. I hope y'all have a good day today. I know that a lot of people be busy when I go live in the morning. Most people are at work, some people at school, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot going on. But we were talking about this over there at the Joker's house. We were talking about poetry the other night. We were talking about famous poets and things like that. And we were talking about Edgar Allan Poe and Robert Frost and Emerson and all those beautiful things. Um, and one of my favorite Robert Frost poems is The Two Roads Diverge. In a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler long I stood, and looked down as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Um, that's not the full poem, but one of my favorite Robert Frost is The Two Roads Diverge. Um, Let me see if I can find the whole poem. Two, and if you think about it in life, we do. In life, in life, we do have. It's the road not taken is technically, you know, um, what we would call the name or whatnot. The road not taken. We all have that choice with the road not taken, right? Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth, then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as far though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how many leads on to way. I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I looked the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Now, a lot of people have that poem has come up for you know debate on what the road less traveled means. Physiologically, all that. The road less traveled to me is like the way I look at it is we have two paths or two or three different paths with branching paths that we can take in life, right? We can take the hard way, we can take the easy way. A lot of us are super hard headed, so we choose the hard way. Unintentionally, sometimes, not of our own. Sometimes the hard way, we're knocked into it, right? We're just knocked into it. But there are two paths you can always take. And sometimes there's a third. So the third sometimes is hidden to us and we don't see it. It's a shortcut, it's a way around. But we don't see that third way sometimes. We only see the two. We only see the two. And sometimes the easy path is not worth having. The easy path actually has more hardship down the road. It looks easy, but on further down, it's harder. The hard path looks hard from right away, but becomes more easy as you go, right? We talk two paths. The way that looks the hardest and you're going to have the most struggle in sometimes is the most rewarding in the end. The one that looks like it's the easiest path of all has more hardships further on down. Hey, Miss Jill's Comfort Zone. And one of the reasons we're talking about poetry this morning is because this weekend, tomorrow, our beautiful Jill's Comfort Zone is having her third annual poetry competition. And so I thought, in lieu of the poetry competition that is happening this weekend, I would talk about, famous poets. So I just read from Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken. One of my other favorite poems is from, you gonna get it, Miss Jill, you gonna get it, is from Edgar Allan Poe. And one of these poems was this poem has referenced many times. One of my favorite references to Annabel Lee actually comes in the form of a TV show called The Waltons. The grandfather in The Waltons had a statue that he named Annabel Lee, and he would recite the Edgar Allan Poe poem. See, they thought that the Waltons were just hill folk and stupid and that's something that us Southern people have to deal with. Us people from the country, we got to deal with people thinking we're ignorant. We got to deal with people always assuming we're not educated. Just because we're from the deep woods, just because we're hillbillies or rednecks or whatever you want to call us. You know what I'm saying? Country bumpkins, whatever it may be. We always have to deal with the fact that people think we are non educated. When some of the most brilliant people and minds that I know are from the hills, they don't have a formal education, some of them. They work their entire lives. You know what I'm saying? From the time they were young, they quit school to go to work. But some of the most brilliant people I've ever met in my life, me and Just Read My Book was talking about this other day. A formal education does not necessarily, um, you know, measure your intelligence because you can teach yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can read. As long as you can read and as long as you can grab a book, you can teach yourself. So I'm going to recite Annabel Lee in lieu of the poetry competition. And The Raven, because I know so many people love The Raven. I know. Somebody was telling me I should do it because they love it. And so I am going to uh, recite both. First, I'm going to do Annabel Lee by Edgar Allan Poe. It was many a year ago in a kingdom by the sea that a maiden there lived whom you may know by the name of Annabel Lee. And this maiden she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me. I was a child and she was a child in the kingdom by the sea. But we loved with a love that was more than love, I and my Annabel Lee. With a love that the winged seraphs of heaven coveted her and me. And this was the reason that long ago, in this kingdom by the sea, a wind blew out of a cloud, chilling my beautiful Annabel Lee, so that her high-born kingsman came and bore her away from me to shut her up in a sepulchre in the kingdom by the sea. The angels, not half so happy in heaven, went envying her and me. Yes, that was the reason, as all men know in the kingdom by the sea, that the wind came out of the cloud by night, chilling and killing my Annabel Lee. But our love, it was stronger by far than the love of those who were older than we, of many far wiser than we, and neither the angels in heaven above nor the demons down under the sea can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabel Lee. For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabel Lee. And the stars never rise, but I feel the bright eyes of the beautiful Annabel Lee. And so, all the night tide I lay down by the sea, by the side of my darling, my life, my bride, in her sepulchre there by the sea, in her tomb by the sounding sea. And that was my reading of Annabelle Lee. Good morning, Mr. Richard April. How you doing this morning? I'm just sitting here talking about poetry, and I was reading from some Edgar Allan Poe. Obviously, I know a lot of people love him. I done read The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost, and one more. I'm going to do one more of um, poetry reading right quick, and then we'll move on and talk about other stuff. The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Once upon a once upon a midnight dreary, while I ponder, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this and nothing more." Ah, distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books success, surceases of sorrow, sorrow for the lore, lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here for evermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some lay visitors entreating entrance at my chamber door. That it is, and nothing more." Presently, my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir and I, or madam truly, your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is, I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened the door, darkness, there and nothing more. Deep into the darkness, peering, long I stood, there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming, dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore." This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore," merely this and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul without me burning, soon again I heard tapping, somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see, then, what threat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, when, with many a flirt and flutter, in the stepped a stately raven of a saintly days of yore. Not the least obedience made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with mien of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat and nothing more. Then the ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. "Though the crest be shorn and shaven, thou," I said, "art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night Plutonian's shore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Much I marveled this ungangly fowl, to hear discourse so plainly, though it answer little meaning, little relevance abhor. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculpted bust above his chamber door, with such a name as nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on the placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing further than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. Then the bird said, nevermore. Startled at the stillness broken by the reply so aptly spoken, doubtless, said I, what it utters is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master whom unmercifully disaster followed fast and followed faster till this song one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore, oh, of nevermore. But the raven still beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of bird, bust, and door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungangly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking, nevermore. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing, to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This more, and I sat diving, with my head at ease reclining, on the cushion's velvet lining, that the lamp light gloated o'er, but whose velvet violet lining with the lamp light gloating o'er, she shall press, I nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, pre- perfumed from the unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, that God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee, respite, and Nephitel from the memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff, this kind Nepith, and forgot this lost Lenore, quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, I said, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, whether tempter sent or whether tempest tossed, thee there ashore. Desolate yet, all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted, tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore, quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, I said, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by the heaven that bends above us, by the God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aden it shall clasp a sainted maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be the word our sign imparting, bird or friend, I shrieked, upstarting. Get thee back into the tempest and the night Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken, quite the bust above my door. Take thy break from out my heart, and take thy form from my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never flitting, still in sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him streaming throws his shadows on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore. Now, child, I try to do my best by reading the Raven, not the Raven, the Raven. Child, y'all know I'm country as fuck. So I read it, child, and if I messed up words, I apologize. Hey, good morning, Mr. Rubin. I was reading some poetry to get, and thank you, Miss Jill's Comfort Zone Beautiful. Thank you for that super chat. I'm gonna be at your competition. I may not be like hugely present, but I am gonna make sure I share out. I'm gonna make sure I'm there. I hit that like button. I'm gonna give you that click and view. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's husband day, I'm just gonna have my headphones in one ear while we're watching. Because I do want to support you heavy. Miss Jill, you're an amazing human being. You do so much for others, and a lot of people don't do back for you, and I think that's messed up. Um, you know, they know the third annual poetry competition is coming up, and you don't hear them bitches. I'm just saying. They're making me mad. They're making me mad, child. But you know, I can't wait to see what happens. It's gonna be amazing. I know that you worked so hard at putting this together and making it a beautiful competition. I know you ain't got no fucks to give, Miss Jill. I know you ain't, and I can hear you saying it in my head, and I can hear your little laugh that you do. I like hear it. I ain't got no fucks to give, and then you know, I can hear that little laugh, the laugh that you do in my head. I don't know why. I will say that I love our little family. You know what I'm talking about, Miss Jill. You just read my book, Pretty Chocolate Girl. You gotta chill. I could keep naming names. You know who I'm talking about. All very Carrie. You know what I'm saying? Our TC. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, you know who I'm. All of our our people who are smaller, but we're awesome. And we love each other up and we been supporting each other like motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I love all of us. All of us rock. We know what it's like to be the little person, and I love that about all of us. We stay out of the bullshit most of the time. We just be chilling. You know what I mean? Some of us got a little messy bone like me. Sometimes Carrie got her little messy bone. You know what I'm saying? But I love our little tight knit group that, you know what I'm saying, that we got, that we've been having for a while. And I love that we love each other and we support each other. It's the most amazing thing to me. But yeah, there's about, I'd say it's about 20 or 30 of us. I'd say it's somewhere around that area, from, you know what I'm saying, somewhere in that area. There's only a few of us that hit links. I'm talking about like chat wise and stuff like that. From that, um, there's about 20 or 30, maybe a little bit more. There's only about 6 or 7 of us that actually hit links all the time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 8 or 9, maybe 10, maybe 10. Shout out to my 10 for very carry. But you know what I'm talking about. There's a subsection that I enjoy, that I found, of the beef sector, of amazing people. And y'all are some cool ass people. I'm glad Just Read My Book finally said I don't get a block no more. Um, I'm glad she unblocked me, child, because I've been telling her for a while I've been blocked, but I don't think she thought I was really blocked. But she got mad. She got mad. You know how Just Read My Book, if she talked to you and you have a conversation at the time, I'm gonna tell you what it was. She didn't know me, and you know how preconceived notions can be when you talk to somebody you really don't know them that well at the time, and if they say the wrong thing, they piss you off. You're like, "Fuck you, bitch." That's pretty much what happened. Because, when I first started out, I used to just be over there at the hood table. I didn't have my own channel. I didn't hit a lot of links. And then as we got to talking more and actually got to talk and have a conversation, and she got to know me more, it changed. I'm going to say this: she's not the only one. The first time I met Sour Patch fucking hated my damn guts. And I had done a damn thing. Thank you, Mr. Farmer Fed, for the $5. And hey, Miss Catherine, good morning. And also good morning, Miss Fred. I hope you ain't doing too much this morning. It's gonna be it seems like it's chilly over here. I don't know how it is over there. It's gonna be chilly today. We're gonna have a storm coming in. It's gonna make it cold. Um, but I was sitting there thinking about it, and I was thinking about preconceived notions and how people have had Thank you, Mr. Jim Connington, the best Jim, the only Jim that ever was, ever will be. Good morning, Mr. Jim. And who got Big Hair Don't Care got that gifted membership. I like that name, Big Hair Don't Care. Good morning, Tainted, my love. You know, I was thinking about that, how many people had preconceived notions of me because of the way I talk. I've always talked this way. And sometimes when my ADHD acts up, it gets worse. And people think I put on. And I'm like, nah, bro, this is the way I really talk. This is how I am in real life. I don't know how to change it. It's just how I speak, right? And sometimes it gets a little, when I get hyper, it gets outrageous, if that makes sense. And I do understand that. I do understand that where people think it's a put on because when I get real hyper and my ADHD goes crazy, that it gets worse, right? I do understand that. I completely get it. That's why I don't get upset with people when they get mad or they preconceive notions of me when I speak. Yes, I do have a slang speech pattern, right? I do talk a certain kind of way, and sometimes it comes out more, and sometimes it comes out less. Well, like when I'm half asleep early in the morning, it's not as bad. But as the day goes on, yes, it comes out more in me. And especially when I'm fucking hyper as shit. Hey, my sassy pants. Like my I'd say it, I got a hood spirit that inhabits my body. If y'all ever seen that short of me, if y'all ever seen that short of me that says, and the hood spirit inhabits my body, and I'd be like, all right. Okay, that is me for real though. I'm always like that. And when I get real hyper, my ADHD goes to acting up real bad, that shit pops out like crazy. And I can't change it. I don't know how to make it any different. It's just me. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm pretending to be something. No, it's just me. It's where I grew up. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from. I'm from a little town in Mississippi originally called Aberdeen. And if you know anything about Deantown, that's what they call it, Deantown. At one time, it was considered mini Memphis. It was considered mini Memphis. They done cleaned up a lot. It ain't as bad no more. Um, I can't believe they shut down like the main schoolhouse. They got a new building now because I guess shit we had asbestos in that bitch, and I went to school there. I went to school there when I was little. Swear to God. Oh yeah, Miss Jill, I ain't trying to get you in no shit. I'll tell you that. I'll keep it out. I know how to do that. You got to think, Miss Jill. There's some places that I'm prejudged because of who I started in the beef sector with, and I people still judge me by that. Here's the thing. I'm cool with a lot of people who I'm cool with a lot of people who ain't cool with each other. And I just stay the fuck out of it. You know what I'm saying? I just stay the fuck out of it. But I'm cool with a lot of people who ain't cool with each other. If you ever notice that, Miss Jill, I am. I'm cool with a lot of people who ain't cool with each other. You know what I mean? I'm cool with a lot of people who ain't cool with each other. And I just stay out of the beefs when they start fighting. I try to do my very best. There ain't but one or two people on here that I really just don't like. And I could tell you the exact reasons why I don't like them. Everybody else, I'm cool with. I don't have a problem. Oh, I know who one of them is, and I still ain't figured out why that person tries to drag you, Miss Jill. You ain't never did a damn thing. And when I first heard that one, you know the one I'm talking about. When I first heard that one, I was like, the fuck you mean? Miss Jill don't fucking bother nobody. Nobody. Like the fuck? Why you trying to fuck Miss Jill? Why you trying to fuck with Choreo Lover? Speaking of which, I did, for those who want to know, I did reach out to the hood table and tell her to tell Choreo that we are looking for her, that we miss her, that we love her. Because I know Spicy Dicey hit me up the other day and asked me if I'd seen her. And I said she was over here, but it's been a minute. You know, she just took time off from the beef sector. I think the bullshit, she just don't want to deal with the bullshit no more. I think it got, you know, she just taking time to do her thing, Thizzle. You know what I mean? Oh, I won't do that. I think I know some of them. I know one of them for sure. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that, Miss Jill. But yeah, no, I don't want them to drag you. That's why another reason why I've been kind of iffy about going on certain panels and saying something. Cause like I just don't want you in no bullshit. And a lot of them was fighting and fussing at time. Like shit, I ain't trying to bring up Miss Jill's competition and have these motherfuckers over there fucking shit up, tearing up the tables, you know, being disrespectful. I bring it up in places where I know that if I tell people to come over there in a respectful manner, they're gonna come over there in a respectful manner. I don't know, you know, there's some folks you can't be trusting. They be trying to flip tables and shit. Trying to fuck up shit. We can't have all that. You know what I'm saying? We can't have people coming over there flipping the damn tables, and that's why we can't have nice things. I know your mods get them out of there real quick, like though, because you got some good ass mods. You chose really good mods, Miss Jill, because they don't use their mod stick for personal gain. You know what I'm saying? Just like me, myself, and I've always been a very professional mod. If y'all ever knew when I was on the TSCC Mex Express, the only time I ever blocked somebody, and I still ain't blocked nobody at Lemon's house to this day, and I still ain't timed nobody out. Because if you're not breaking terms of service, you're not breaking community guidelines, I'm not going to hit you with my mod stick. The only third way I will hit you with a mod stick is if the content creator tells me to get your ass out of there. If they tell me to block you, please, if I'm ever a moderator anywhere and a content creator tells me to block you, please do not take it personally because it's not personal for me. I'm doing what I'm told to do as a moderator. See, a moderator is supposed to be somebody who wants the best interest for that channel, right? You're not supposed to use your mod stick for personal reasons. I have never used mine for personal reasons. Now, I have removed content comments before that went too far in Lemon's chat. I have removed contents, comments even from people I like if they were dragging a kid, if it was, you know, it had to be something bad. Like you had to have been doing something real bad for me to remove the comment. You know what I'm saying? Like if they start talking about cheering, I will remove that comment. And if you continue to do it, then yes, I would have put a person in timeout, even if I like them, because that's too far. Kids are off the table. And that is the content creators rules, right? Not my own. Even though that is my own too, but we actually kind of have a both thing goes there. Oh, Vibrant goes everywhere, child. She be telling everybody and their mama. But you know, you gotta love Vibrant. I'm gonna tell you this: Vibrant be everywhere with 50,011 mod sticks. You know what I'm saying? She be everybody's mod. And she's moderators for people who don't like each other. Like she be moderating for both parties. Both parties being a serious beef, and she's just over there moderating for both of them, not getting in it. And that's why I'm gonna tell you something else. I got a little upset with Lemon when he threw out Mr. Ron P because I like Mr. Ron P. Mr. Ron P don't get in the shit. He just moderates. You know what I'm saying? He the best time stamper ever. But Vibrant really don't bother nobody like that. And if Vibrant does, it's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's usually for a reason. And you know, when I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna say this. One of the hardest mod jobs I ever did was for the Mess Express, and I'll explain to you why. You had like that chat was rolling. You had like over 1,000 people in there from, all the different communities who butted heads with each other. You had people coming in there trying to break terms of service by doxing other people sometimes. And I was moderating on a phone, child. And I'm going to tell you something. Moderating a chat moving that fast on a phone is hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, if y'all remember how the Mess Express chat used to go, she used to have to slow it down. That motherfucker be rolling. So I was trying to catch everything as a moderator. I was trying to drop links for, we had 5 different content creator on the panel at the time. So I was trying to drop all their links, all their cash apps, trying to make sure everything was done. And then they ended up getting their single cash app, which made it a hell of a lot easier on us moderators. Um, you know, Good morning, Jexland. But that was a crazy time to be a mod. When you got that many people in chat, I don't know if any of y'all have ever moderated for a big time channel when they have a lot of people in there. That shit can get rough, especially I wish I'd had a laptop back then. It'd have been a lot easier. Ooh, it'd have been a lot easier. But I was on a phone and I used to keep a spreadsheet on my phone, right? I used to keep a little document, a little text message. I saved it as a draft. That was on my phone for all my links to be able to copy and paste. But see, I would have to drop out of the live, go copy the link, come back, paste it, and do all that to keep shit in rotation. And so I was busy while everybody else was cutting up and laughing and having fun. Shit, I was busy doing my job. You know what I'm saying? I like moderating for the smaller channels. Sometimes it's a lot easier. But when you're a mod, you have to take things not so seriously and be professional, in my opinion. And that's one thing I've always done myself. That's why I was talking to the other day, Miss Jill, when we was in your chat, I was talking to Vibrant about. I was like, "Girl, did you have a shit ton of damn things? Because I know I did for the copy and paste. It made it a hell of a lot easier. I would suggest for anybody that if they wanted to, you don't have to, but if like let's say you're going to be dropping a lot of links, to have a mod chat for your people, like either through IG or something like that, just so y'all can post links or email, you know what I'm saying? Email all the links that you want posted to your mods. Get their emails. Something like that, just so like let's say the mods have an issue. That's also another way to work that shit out. It's just it can be a good idea, but can also be a bad idea because we all know that being behind them scenes can also fuck you up too. You know what I'm saying? It can also mess you up. We've had those problems before too. But if you ever notice, I'm in those discords, I'm in those chats, but do you see me getting caught up in bullshit? No. You want to know why? I know that anything I say can and will be used against me in a court of law, so I be careful what the fuck I say. I'm not stupid. I am not dumb, and I'm gonna tell you something. I use it that way. I go in there, I say hey to people, I check on them, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I use those chats for, is to tell everybody have a blessed and beautiful day and see how they doing, if they all right. And that's all I care about. Hey, my racing. Hey, Jackson. Also, at the beginning of the show, if y'all missed it, if y'all go back and watch, I did some poetry readings. I hope I read The Raven correctly, because, child, I am country bumpkin as fuck, and some of those words I ain't never heard before. Good morning, Miss Beth. I hope you're doing okay. When you take your little breaks and whatnot, I be looking for you. I be paying attention. When you get busy and stuff, I be like, oh, where Miss Beth? But I will say, I was thinking about, the raven. When we think about ravens, right? And we think about crows and things like that, they're actually very brilliant birds. A lot of people don't know that. specifically crows more than ravens, but ravens too. They can actually, if you piss off one of them, they will literally hold a grudge till death. Like no shit. I know, Miss Beth. I know. I know. I done caught you patterns and routines. But I was also talking about the road not taken. And I was talking about how it could, be when we think about, you know, just because this path in life looks easier does not mean it is worth having, and it can be harder on down the road. And just because this path looks harder, it actually may be the better path to take, right? So when we look at poetry, there's many different ways that when you read into poetry as you're reading it, that you could take it, right? Psychologically, when you read something, when you read Annabelle Lee and The Raven and different things, there's so much that you can read into the poetry. I actually wrote a poem and I got it published on poetry.com. I don't even know if it's still there. And the name of the poem is "A Mother Has So Many Things to Do." From if I can remember it, I'm gonna try to say it right quick. From washing, ironing, cleaning to tying a shoe, she cooks, she sews, she mends, she something else. Anyway, I did that a long time ago when I was like 13 or 14. I was real young. Yes, ma'am, you can, Miss Beth. You can say anything you want to in here. Anything that you so please. But yeah, so I did that when I was like real young. I used to write poetry. I haven't done it in years. In fourth grade, I was in a advanced class and we wrote haikus and shit like that. Oh yes, ma'am. God did choose our path in our story. But sometimes I will say, sometimes we deviate, and He has to push us back on path. Sometimes we'll take a deviation, and we wasn't supposed to. And that's when we get hard headed. And He has to set us down and go, uh uh, mm. Who told you to do that? Sometimes we get hard headed. And He has to set us down, teach us a lesson. Sometimes He'll try to guide us and we don't listen. Sometimes we need to listen more. Sometimes we do not listen when we should. And sometimes we hard headed as hell. I know me, myself, and I've done it. I've had my hard headed moments. I think there are things that He didn't choose for me that I did anyway. And I think that's why it went left and it wasn't, because it wasn't meant for me. And I didn't listen. And so I went through some hardships because I didn't listen, child. There's some things I think He popped me upside the head with. Oh no, I'm gonna say this, Miss Beth. I think a lot of people go through those moments, and they go through those moments of asking God why and why me, why, and they go through those moments of doing that. And sometimes He has to bring us to our knees. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes He has to set us down because we be trying to do too much, and He knows we be trying to do too much because we some crazy motherfuckers sometimes. I know He sat me the fuck down a few times because my dumb ass did some stupid ass shit. And He was like, sit your butt down, girl. You doing too much. There's a few times in life He sat me down and He told me that I needed to sit down and shut up, child. You know, Sometimes he got to set you down when you're doing too much. Yeah, I had to. Yeah, I think that we all have to learn our life's lessons, and each one of us go through something. Some of us can relate to some of the things we've been through, and other things, like there's some things I've been through that Miss Beth ain't been through or Racing ain't been through, but then there's somebody else that may have went through something kind of similar, so they kind of understand. And I think we all not only can learn from our experiences, but the experiences of others. You know what I'm saying? Like here's the thing. I watched my sister go through addiction. So me, myself, and I've never touched a hard drug in my life. Never touched it. I seen what happens when you do that stuff. So I never touched it. I never wanted to I never wanted to do that. You know what I mean? And I think everybody has been through something. And no two traumas are alike. And you know what I'm saying? And somebody can, there's always somebody out there that's got it worse than you or has had it worse than you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you never believed he was real till you had your near death experience. I'm going to tell you what, Miss Beth, I knew from my early age that he was real because of my brother, my special needs brother. I knew um, that he was real. And then when I had my near death experience and he allowed me to be here and he saved my son's life, I'm telling you, prayer is the only reason I'm here. The doctors still can't explain how I'm still alive, to tell you the truth. And my son. Good morning, crazy brat love. Child, I was over here reading poetry because y'all know tomorrow, for y'all that don't know, Miss Jill tomorrow is having her her poetry contest or whatnot. And I'm gonna go ahead and share out Miss Jill's page or whatnot. I'm gonna go ahead and share it out. So if you're not subscribed to her channel, please do. This weekend, she's doing her third annual poetry competition. All right. And the live is already set up so you can turn on your notification. Okay. Um, the live is already set up and it is welcome to our third annual. It's going to be 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4:30 p.m. Great Mountain Time, and 3:30 p.m. for my Pacific Standard Time people. And this is Miss Jill's link right here. If you're not subscribed, you should go ahead and subscribe. And I'm going to go ahead and also, because my notifications are on, but I'm going to, you'll see me share out this link today and tomorrow just so you can turn on your notifications and make sure you know exactly what time um, the poetry competition is. So I'm putting it on the community wall right now. I'll do it again right before the competition so you have enough time to come through and you know exactly what time it's coming in. Um, you know what I'm saying? So you don't miss out because this is going to be an amazing event. We get to see people pour out their heart with their poetry. And to me, that's beautiful. And the theme of this year's is it's about your crown and straighten your crown, or and stuff like that. And it's to me, it's going to be there's going to be some heartfelt poetry, and I think it's going to be absolutely amazing to hear all the different people. We have quite a few people that y'all see here in chat. This is the link for the actual live, so you can turn on the notifications and whatnot. And I posted it also, or yeah, I posted it also on my wall, and I'll reshare it again when the competition is happening. I'll probably do it since it's at 5:30 my time. I'll probably share out the competition about 5 o'clock, 30 minutes beforehand or 15 minutes, so that you can get your popcorn, you can get your drink, get you a sip of wine if you want to sip, sip and like a speakeasy, when they have snap, snap, snaps for the poetry. He had to show you, Miss Beth, because you were one of those hard-headed people. See, some people he has to show. Some people like see it from a different. Like he showed me in a different way. I think God speaks to us in mysterious ways sometimes too. I still want to read your book. One of these days, you're gonna have to email me the links, and I'll buy the dang thing. I want to read it. Y'all know I love to read. I love to read. Reading is one of my favorite pastimes. Yeah, I'm just half asleep this morning. I ain't been sleeping too well for the last 3 or 4 days. Been having a little trouble getting to sleep. Like I be laying there, um, and I don't. I could turn on somebody's live while I'm doing that, but then that'll keep me awake. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying not to do that. If that makes sense, like I'm trying not to do that. So that's why, because like if I do get up and I start getting into a live, I end up wanting to stay up longer. So I try to turn on my stories, and I'll be turn over, look at the damn clock. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, damn it. And I don't know why, but I've been having trouble sleeping recently. What up, way up, dude? How's your titties hanging to the left, to the right, up, down? Are you tucking them in your pants today? Are they perky and pretty? What's going on? How you doing, way up, dude?
Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
I had to play that little sound for the Friday. Y'all know I need to find one for every day of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Sometimes soundboards are like that. I still got to go back there, and I gotta screen record the laugh that Watcher did the other night on Leanne's when she was laughing so hard. That shit was funny as hell. And y'all know I love a good laugh track. I'm just sitting here chilling, waking up, drinking my coffee. I took my medicine. Also, this is your med check reminder. If you in here, please take your medications and don't be like me and forget your medications with your ADHD. Team neurodivergent all the way, all the day, every day, and everything. I'm so half asleep this morning though. Um, but yeah, I will say, God does speak to us in mysterious ways, Miss Beth, and sometimes He sets us down when we think we know better than Him, and sometimes He has to prove to us by making us bend the knee. Sometimes He has to push us down, teach us a lesson, because some of us bitches be hard headed. I know sometimes I've been one of the hard headedest mofos that you've ever seen in your life. Sometimes I don't listen at all, child, and He has to smack me upside the head. And I think I know better, but he knows better than I do. Good morning, baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark, mommy. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just now, that song. That song be getting stuck in my head. But I love my baby shark. Y'all know I do. How you doing this morning? You glaring up for the chase today? I don't think shit's gonna happen in Mississippi. I'm gonna tell you, it's not conducive. It's not conducive. I would say Mississippi ain't gonna be where it's conducive. It's too cool outside. Feels too good. It just ain't there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the conductivity is going to be, but I know it ain't Mississippi. At least not North Mississippi today. It's just cloudy and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bust for Mississippi. I'll tell you that. I don't know about other places, but over here it's just too. It's not volatile enough. You know what I mean? Yeah, I never worship money or material things because I'm going to tell you something. They could be gone in a blink of an eye. Not to mention, have you ever seen a Wells Fargo behind a hearse? Have you ever seen? You can't take it with you when you go. I do not. I know that we need money and we need things to be able to live and survive. But I'm gonna say this also: nothing, nothing is more important or above God. You're never supposed to worship gold idols. See, gold idols, if you think about it, when you read that message in the book, back in those days, gold was money, silver was money, right? Today we have green money, and it's the same thing. Do not worship money more than you worship God. Do not worship false idols, for there are many, and be careful following false idols. Do not look at a preacher as if he is up there with God, because he is not. He is just a man preaching the word. Do not look at politicians and worship them, and any of those people, because they're not bigger than God. Nobody is. That's one of the things that I get crazy and I don't like about the zealous for political parties. They get really zealous about it to the point that they worship those politicians more than they do God. They put them up on a pedestal. That's just a man. Don't put no damn person on a pedestal. And guess what? They don't give a fuck about you. None of them politicians that you putting up there on a pedestal give a damn about you. You are a number in their book. That is all you are. They don't give a damn about you. They give a damn about money and numbers. I'm just saying. So don't be willing to go unalive somebody for that person, or even unalive that person. Even if you pissed at them, don't do that shit. They not worth it. They just a man. See, I never thought that, Miss Beth. But it's also because, like, I guess I came from humbler beginnings. I guess with my special needs brother, I was humbled from the time I was young to know that he would never be able to walk. He would never be able to talk like I could. You know what I'm saying? That was his life. But to see that from the very beginning of your life, you understand that there's always somebody out there that has it worse than you. It humbles you in ways. That's why I say my brother was an angel on this earth and was brought to us to teach us. God didn't send him here to suffer. He sent him here with his suffering to teach others. Because every person that he came into contact with learned something from his life and what he went through. You get what I'm saying? Like, because of what he went through, others got to see that they didn't have it as bad. Yeah, I would say looking more into Tennessee and probably Central Alabama, because I'm gonna tell you something. Maybe South Mississippi, but up here it's not conducive. It's not. I don't think it's gonna get that bad here. I really don't. By going outside and feeling the temperatures and feeling the pressure in the air, it just doesn't seem like it's conducive. Now I could be wrong, but usually my feelings ain't wrong about that. I'm almost like Joe from Twister. I can feel the shit in the air. You know what I'm saying? I can't explain it, but usually my feelings about the weather are not wrong. I don't like the cold either. I'm gonna tell you something. I am not a cold person, I guess, because I'm from the south and it's always warm down here. I don't know how y'all do it up north. I really don't, especially y'all ones that get in the negatives and the teens. I don't know how y'all do it. I can't do it. I don't like it. I hate when that wind blows through your clothes and it just feels like it's biting you. The wind is biting you. And no matter how much clothes you put on, it's still cold as shit. I can't do it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Charlie don't like the cold. Mm-mm. Charlie can't do it. Mm-mm. It's already chilly down here, so I think when they hit each other, it ain't gonna get too bad here. Because I walked out a while ago when I was taking the dogs out and stuff, and it just doesn't feel conducive. I'm gonna tell you what, Miss Beth, that damn cold be getting me my Arthur acting up. You know, Arthur was always the worst one of them Riotous boys. Him and Burr, man, they don't like the cold. Arthur and Bursitis don't like the cold. I'm just telling you, because I hurt more when it starts to turn cold and I feel it in my bones. You know how the old people used to say, I feel it in my bones? Shit, I'm feeling it in my bones, damn it. They used to could tell you when it was fixing to turn cold because they could feel it in their bones. I don't know if y'all ever heard that old saying or heard an elder tell you that when you were younger, but I'm telling you, I feel it in my bones when a cold snap is coming because I will get the worst bone pain. And they ain't nothing. I'm going to tell you, there ain't no pain med on earth that can touch a bone pain. Muscle pain, yeah, you got stuff that can help. You got like these creams and all this other shit. But bone pain, man, I'm gonna tell you something, ain't nothing like it. You still don't get used to the cold? I don't think I could. I don't think I could, Miss Racing. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it, child. I went to New York and it wasn't even like dead of winter. It was like during their spring and it was still cold as hell. It was still cold. I was like, fuck. I went there. No, I did go there during winter. I went there in December for Christmas one year and stayed until New Year's. And I'm going to tell you something. I can't do it. Return to sender. I don't like it. No, thank you. I'm cool on that. I do not like that kind of cold. I'm good. Let me stay down here with my heat waves. I'm okay with that. I can deal with that. I'll put on AC or something. I'll go play in the water. Uh, but I also, here's the thing. I've been down south my whole life. Where you say that, racing, where you still don't like the cold. I don't like extreme heat, and I've been down south my entire life. You'd think I'd be used to it, right? But when that humidity gets real high and it gets hot, child, you can't breathe in that shit. You walk outside and it's like the air is heavy with humidity and you can't breathe. It's so hot. You break out in sweat in the first 2 seconds. You ain't even did nothing. You just walked outside. You just walked outside. You didn't go do stuff outside. You just walked out the door of your house or out of your car and just wringing in sweat. And I will tell you also that I think that's what bothers us, Miss Beth, is that we have that wet cold, we have that humidity cold, and I think that's why it hits harder, if that makes sense. It ain't a dry cold, it's a humidity cold, and I think it does hit harder in some ways. And y'all be laughing at us up north when it becomes a snowstorm down here and we can't drive. Let me tell you something. You ain't seen snow and ice until you come down south. They do not they do not treat the roads. There is no treatment. When you think it's just snow, there's black ice underneath it. I'm gonna tell you that wet cold is hits different, and driving through that shit hits different. When you drive on these curvy ass back roads for the first time, I'm telling you, you ain't seen nothing like it. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to make an important phone call. Hey, Mr. Rex, good morning. I had to mute. I had to call in some medication for the old people. Um, so I had to call in their prescriptions. Y'all know I ain't gonna do that while on here. People be doing her birthdays and names, and they be trying to dox and do some crazy shit. No, this morning we just been talking about how cold it is right now. Earlier, I was talking about poetry. I've read The Raven, Annabelle Lee, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Just get because this weekend, tomorrow, Miss Jill is doing the third annual poetry competition, and our G2K is going to be in it. My Indigo, my JB, a few others that I know and love. They're all going to be in the poetry competition. So make sure y'all, I did post the link to Miss Jill's channel. I did post it also the competition on my community wall. So if you want to set up your notifications already, it's on the community wall. So, and I'll reshare again when it comes closer to the competition time, so that y'all can, if you keep an eye on my community wall, you'll be able to be there, or be that way you won't, if you don't get a notification or whatnot. Thank you, Mr. Jim Connington, the best Jim, the only Jim that ever was, ever will be. And Mr. Matty Marinera, my beautiful mod, actually got that gifted. Yeah, and Creole Libra Butterflies also going to be in it, which is my sister from another mister. So it's going to be a beautiful competition with people in it that I absolutely adore and I love dearly. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to have a lot of people in it that I absolutely adore, and I just can't wait to see who wins, and just the love they're going to receive from it. And it's going to be an amazing event. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see everybody come out with their poems and what they're going to do. It's going to be awesome because it's got a lot of people in it that I adore. I adore, highly adore. And I just can't wait. Um, I cannot wait to see who does it. Um, you know, so I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. In the in the spirit of Mr. Jim Coddington, I just gave out 5 memberships myself. That's the last 5 I have. I get 10 a month. And Mr. Eric Falls got it. Miss Patty, Mr. David Lopez, Miss Crystal Ann, and Frazier just got it. What up? What up? What up, Mr. G2K? We was just talking about the poetry competition tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And we can't wait to see what happens. And there's going to be a lot of people I adore in it. There's going to be a lot of people that I adore in that competition tomorrow, and I just can't wait. I know you can't wait for a chase. I hope that nothing really bad happens, but I hope you get you a good little chase going. You know. Yeah, thank you to Charlie for gifting the memberships. Ain't nobody dropped out. Wait, ain't nobody dropped out. What you talking about? I'm excited to see all the amazing people. Because there's so many people I adore, like in the competition. I can't wait. Oh no, baby, you heard me saying that there's so many people that are gonna be in it that I love dearly. Like we got Creo, we got JB, we got G2K, we got it's gonna be awesome. Like there's just so many people that I love that's gonna be in that competition. You know what I'm saying? I'm like super excited for it. I can't wait to hear all their poetry. I'm just so excited. My Indigo, you know what I'm saying? I'm so excited. Yeah, baby shark, but you don't need to be going over there getting in no more wrecks and getting caught up in those storms now. You can go get you a thrill on Blueberry Hill, and if you don't know that song, I'm sorry. but it comes from a song. And get your thrill on Blueberry Hill. Okay. Anyway, I'm so excited and I can't wait until the competition because I know you're gonna do awesome. Okay, I'll drop that link. There it go. There it be. Let me pin that link so I won't forget to do that in a minute. That way, if somebody else decided to come up, they could if they so choose to. Because here's the thing sometimes I'll forget and I'll just be like, oh shit, yep, I was supposed to do that. I'm excited, Mr. G2K. I know you're going to do awesome and it's going to be great. There's going to be so much talent in the competition. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Child, I'm gonna say this, Baby Shark. If you need a thrill, go ride you some. If you're a thrill seeker, go ride you a good old what do you call it? Go to the theme parks or something, child. Whew, because the thrill of a tornado is not nice sometimes. Not nice. Oh look, that's Mr. G2K. I know who it is because I got you. What do you call that? What's that word I'm
You
looking for?
authenticated me. You
Yeah,
authenticated me.
I authenticated your check, baby.
Oh, that's dirty. That's dirty.
Hey, Miss New Booty.
Hi, Charlie.
You know I love Miss New Booty with all my heart.
Oh,
Oh,
I love
oh,
you too.
she loves you too. You know, I love Miss New Booty's booty. So there you go.
Why do you think I named her that?
Yeah. Mhm.
That's my
Right?
personal nickname. Nobody else calls her that but me and you.
Exactly.
That's right. Everybody else might get beat up.
Oh, Miss Catherine, yes. Pastor J. Wilson is having a banner competition as well. And right now the pot is at 720. And guess who entered the banner competition? Me. I done
What
sent in
competition?
mine.
What
Okay,
competition?
if you do like graphics like I do, like banners, like thumbnail,
Huh?
like let me show you what he's looking for. Let me get it's going to be a 2026. I'm not going to show my competition entrance. I don't think that would be right because I think that should go on his show. But I'm going to just I got to scroll up on my media assets. But basically something that can go across the screen like this, but it's going to say like it's going to have his picture and information and like 2026 new year, you know what I'm saying, happy new year's or something. And it's going to be that's what he means when he says banner, like that. And when you go to make it in your Canva, you're going to do a YouTube thumbnail, not a banner. Even though he's calling it a banner because of the size that he wants, you get what I'm saying.
Right.
But I've already sent in mine, and it's on his community wall, so I'll actually share. Let me go get Pastor J. Wilson's link because you can check his community wall for where to send it. And if you do graphics, he's doing the competition. Let me go ahead. I got his link right here, and you can use. He has on his banner on his page with his information, his picture, and all that. So you can download that and use it. But this is his. Why did I just post the StreamYard link again? That was the wrong link, Chad. I was trying to post the. I was trying to post his channel, and I don't know why I did that.
Because you told it to.
This is Pastor J. Wilson. He's from the beef sector. But if you look on his community wall, it gives you on one of his posts, it tells you if you go to, I think it's the fourth one down, or wait, where's it at? Let's see. Oh, there it is. The pot is at this. The pot's higher than 175 now, but it's this one from 4 days ago. Your work has to be original. My image and the 2026 has to be in the banner. Be creative. Please check out my last video for instructions. I will be posting more info. If you give to the pot, please earmark it, competition or banner. So he put his cash up so people can, add to the pot. To submit your banner, email it to, and it has his email right there on his page, and it's the second post down on his community wall. And
Nice.
Yeah. So if you do graphics, there is a competition for that. And just saying, I done sent in my stuff. I
Can you
entered the
text?
competition.
Can you text me the link?
Oh yeah. Well, I'll.
I know. I can give you my number or whatever if you don't care.
Oh no, I still have the one number you gave me,
Yeah, I
but
got a different one. Yeah, I have a new one.
oh, well, I'm gonna do this right here for you because it's harder for me because I'm using my laptop.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I'm gonna share his channel to. I think I have you on email.
All
On
right.
Gmail. Yeah, and I'll email it to you. That'll probably be easier because I'm on laptop.
Yeah. I know. I know. I just know a few. I mean, I don't do graphics and shit, but I just know a few people who'd be interested in doing it.
Let's see.
I'm sure.
I know I've emailed you for, so I'm over here looking.
Hi, Raditha.
I think we got a visitor. We do, and it's Mr. Rex. Hey, Mr. Rex.
Well, hello there. How you
What's up,
doing?
TikTok?
Not a lot. Not a lot. Trying not to freeze to death, man.
Yeah, well, turn the heat on.
I do. I got it cranked, man. It's still fucking cold.
Put some plastic on the windows.
I did that too. I taped them closed. Yeah.
Put extra clothes on.
Put extra clothes on then. Shit, bro.
I'm sitting under 2 blankets and wearing my long underwear. Yeah, so
Damn.
I'll get by. I'll get by.
All right. As long as you don't freeze like a popsicle, we'll be all right.
It's supposed to snow up here next week, like a snow. So we'll see.
Yeah.
How's everybody this morning?
Oh, I'm good. I'm over here chilling, half asleep.
More coffee. More coffee. Look, can you just pump it straight in? Yeah.
I know, right? Just this. Oh, there's some people I don't even want to say what they do. They do coffee enemas. Like I ain't sticking no coffee
Oh
up my
yeah, fuck
ass.
that.
No, sir, no, ma'am.
I'm strictly an exit only down there in that region.
Yeah. For evacuation purposes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No entrance. Yeah.
I always said I was gonna get that tattooed on me. Right
Exit
above.
only.
Yeah, I was gonna get the little, the little caution sign. It would be funny.
Oh, hey, G, are we doing FBI today?
35 minutes.
Okay, fair enough. I just woke up a little bit ago. I'm just getting my shit together.
Yeah, if I stay on that, just a little bit longer, I may do that redirect thingy jigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight to G2K.
There you go. Plus, I got a kind of a little bit of a special announcement to make. We're gonna be doing well, I'll just wait. But yeah, it's. I'm excited. So
I don't know why I'm having trouble finding the dang main page, and I got the backup page, but trying to find the main page so I can actually see if you have an email attached to it. There it goes. Damn it! I was about to say this is some bullshit. Yeah, you have your email address on the regular one. Okay. Yeah. See, look at me. I'm so smart.
You can do it.
Now, if this thing will stop saying I'm a damn robot, we'll be okay.
Oh yeah. Are you sure you're a real boy? Are you sure? Are you sure? Yes, I'm a real boy. Yes, I am.
I'm still trying to figure it out for myself. Anyway, I might be caught up in the Matrix. You never know.
Hey, look, I've been having days where I was like, "What the fuck?" Is it a glitch in the matrix or some shit going on? Yeah.
I've seen it. So I don't care what
Oh,
anybody
I've
says.
seen it too. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck was
Ah,
that?
Raditha.
Hey, Miss Raditha. Okay, I'm composing the email now. Paste, and then Paso J. Where's Jay Wilson? But we all call him Paso over here. But I'm putting his link in your email so that yeah, I'm gonna see if I can do the link to the actual community post. Yeah. He also has a video about it too.
Yeah.
Sit. But yeah, when I first heard he was doing it, you know me with my graphics, I was the first one over there like, ooh, I'm entering this. This is something I could do.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Candy Cane. Oh, I was over there at Miss Candy Cane's other house other day getting my life with the drama that was going down. I was like, ooh.
Nice.
She was doing the premiere, and I was like, ooh, child. Hey, woodchuck, chuck, could a woodchuck chuck if a wood could chuck wood?
You chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. But since woodchucks don't chuck wood, you can't chuck any wood, so woodchucks don't chuck wood. So there you go.
And it's a lot of woodchucking.
That's about something.
Oh, I'm sitting here drinking my coffee. I'm half out of it right now. I woke up. And also, I don't know if y'all got the notification from Remy, but he
Yeah.
didn't have a chat, so I couldn't say hey. His chat was disabled. I was like, this sucks.
Well, yeah, that's shitty. What the hell?
Yeah, he went live this morning, and there was no chat, and I
didn't even
couldn't
get a
say
notification.
hey. Because I was gonna say hey, but he's okay. That's all that matters to me.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Like where
That's my little
everybody was
that's my little brother. That's my little brother, and I worry about that dude. Tell you what.
I love me some Remy. He's awesome.
Well, he's a little tightly wound. You know what I mean? But
Well,
hey,
it's just that's because he's younger. You know what I mean?
yeah, I know. Yeah, I get
Kind of like Charlie. You know what I mean?
it.
Yeah, actually, I'm 2 years older than him, I believe.
Yeah, that's still way younger than me, so we're good.
I'm 38, and I think he's like 30. No, he might actually be more than 2 years younger than me. I think he's like 34, 35.
34.
Yeah. So I'm 4 years older than him. Woo! Look at me with my 4 years.
Well, I'm damn near 10 years older than you, so that's almost a whole decade. So that's a lot of difference.
You fucking young whippersnappers. I'm 52.
That's not much older than me, Rex.
Well, hopefully you'll get there. Hey,
Well,
one step at a time, man.
With,
Hey,
with,
did you
with,
ever-
with God's good graces, I will be getting there, but we'll see.
Yeah, no shit.
I'll tell you. I'll let you know if I do or don't.
Let me go ahead and set up this redirect right quick.
God willing, and the creek don't rise. That's what we say up here in these parts. Yeah.
That's what my daddy always said.
My dad always said, "Son, get off your ass and get a job."
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "But I'm 12, Dad."
Well, back in my day, you know, we used to walk 16 miles to the nearest store with no shoes. Like, you know, they always got to make it like
uphill both ways, 50 foot of snow, blizzard in your face. Yeah.
Kids get mad when we say that shit, huh?
Yeah. My kids get mad when we say that shit. They do. They get upset. I'm like,
in
what?
my days, you know what happened to us if we did this and that, and they hate it. They hate it.
Hey, G, did you ever find that unboxing vid and send it to Megan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I had it saved in my like videos and I didn't even realize it. So, but it's still there.
Yeah, for some reason, whenever I do a stream like that, it fucking puts it in private. So I gotta go and figure out where it's at and click on that and touch this and
Yeah.
you
Jump
know.
through hoops, red tape, all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You were like a motherfucking kid on Christmas when you were opening that box, man.
Dude, I get excited. I don't know what do you want me to say, dude.
No,
I knew,
man.
I knew what was in, I knew what was in the bottom of that box, and that's what I was in it for. And I've wore it every single day. I usually sleep in it. I didn't last night because I just didn't. But like, I love my hoodie. What? It's a 49ers hoodie. How could you not love it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but wash it every once in a while, okay?
Don't tell, don't tell me what to do, Rex.
Well, I'm just saying it might get a little stank, and you know, if Sugar says
Hey.
you need to wash that motherfucker, then wash
I don't even. I don't look. I don't even worry about that shit. My wife takes care of all my shit like that, so I don't ever worry about it. She knows
Yeah, I
when.
can't be having a husband that's stinky. I'm just saying.
Amen.
She'd be like, babe, what? It's time to wash it. Yeah, I know you want to keep it, but we got to wash it. It's starting to get a
I'll be like,
little.
but baby, it'll wash all the luck of it off
It's
of
like
it.
telling a little kid, their security blankets need to be washed. You know what I mean?
Fair
And he's literally sitting by the washer the whole time in the dryer, waiting on it to come out.
Yeah.
Watching it go round and around. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm like, fuck it, just give it to me wet. I'll wear it. I'll dry it myself. Okay.
Well, my sister had a security blanket growing up, and yeah, that motherfucker gets stank. And I was like, "Look, we need to wash that thing." She's like, "No."
I still have my security blanket. So my grandma on my mom's side, she died when I was 18 months old, so I don't remember her at all. But she sewed she hand sewed a blanket for me, and it was a Raggedy Ann and Andy. Has Raggedy Ann and Andy on it, and my mom still has that motherfucking blanket.
We buried my brother with his. My great aunt used to quilt each one of us our own baby blanket, and she quilted my brother a special one. We actually buried him with it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I kind of wish in some ways we'd have kept it and put in like a keepsake, but there were some things we had put up. And I'm not going to tell the whole story, but me and my aunt still don't get along because of that. My mom couldn't stand to look at some of the things because it was fresh on her at the time. And my grandparents kept some of it in their shed for us. They had storage. And when they both separated and moved into their separate areas, they went up there and took everything.
That's not very nice.
Including my brother's baby bed.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not nice at all.
That he passed away in, which, yeah, that was all I had left of him. So I put up with that woman because of my mother, but I do not like her.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I've got some family that are fucking dickheads like that. I tolerate them, but I don't necessarily like them. I love them like their family, but I don't gotta like them.
You ain't gotta like them.
Yeah, well, the Bible doesn't anyway. Anyway, you want to talk about betrayal? My mom's family literally sold my mom and dad's house out from underneath them after 36 years.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? So there's that. Yeah, fuck family.
Sometimes your chosen family is better than your given family. I'm just gonna say that. I have aunts, uncles, cousins, grandmas, grandpas, aunts and uncles that I love way more than I do my blood. Because sometimes they'll try to tell you blood is thicker than water. No, it ain't. Sometimes that blood being too thick gets you a clot versus that water flows on through, baby, and loves you more.
Yeah. Blood just makes us related. That's it.
Yep.
It doesn't mean we're bonded together or any of that shit. It just makes us related, and that's it.
Because I'm gonna say this, like I've got people I've had people in my life, grandparents that are not my grandparents. My grandparents, one of them, she probably would have been. We got closer before she passed, and same thing with my grandfather. But because he loved my son so much, but my grandfather told me at 3 years old he'd never loved me and pushed me away and told me not to hug him. So yeah, I didn't have that grandparent cooking cookies for you and shit. I had that. I had that from a chosen grandmother, if that makes sense. A grandma that wasn't my grandmama, that was somebody else's. You
Yeah.
know, I had that in my adopted grandparents. That I had quite a few adopted grandparents that loved me like their own, even though I wasn't. Way more than my real ones did. Now my other granny on my dad's side did. She just my grandfather died early. She lost the love of her life. She went crazy after he passed. She went off the fucking deep end for a while and became a drunk and got into barroom whoring. And I had a bunch of step granddaddies. But eventually she settled down in her older years and we loved each other to death, don't get me wrong, in our way, but she was the best I had, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
And
no, I get it. I'm the same way. Like the one grandma I did have, like the last thing she said to me on Christmas, I went to give her a hug and whatever. I didn't want to. My mom made me go because my dad was whatever. And last thing she said to me was, I gave her a hug. I was like, I love you, grandma. And she's like, well, I never loved you. And I was like, what a fucking bitch, dude. So, yep.
sometimes your chosen family is better than your given. And the one you make, you know what I'm saying? Like you, your wife, your children now is the best family you can have because, and I'm going to say this, and you know this as well as I do, when you looked into your child's face for the very first time, that love is undescribable. You
Oh, yeah.
can't, it's like you love your partner, you love your wife, you love your husband, but the love you have for that child, you can't explain it to somebody. It's ungodly. And I think that's the way that, you know, when we talk about God and we talk about Jesus, I think that's the way he loves us. Is that no matter what we do, no matter how bad we get sometimes, no matter how crazy we think we are, he still loves us that way. Oh, there's your
Yep.
another one of your opponents, Mr. G2K in the poetry competition, my Dr. Creole Libra Butterfly, beautiful sister from another mister.
Oh, yeah.
She gonna be in the competition Saturday. We excited for Saturday, y'all. We got G2K. I know we got Dr. Creole. I know we got Indigo. She's in here sometimes. We got Mr. JB Longwinded. He's in here quite often. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be some amazing people up in there. I can't wait. I'm excited.
I'm nervous, excited, and excitedly nervous at the same time.
See,
Oh,
now
you're going great.
I've heard that from people who got grands that they ain't nothing like a grandbaby. I still got a few years, and Mr. G2K still got a few years. We not trying to push him out there to do that yet.
The-
Well, actually, I already have a grandkid.
Oh, you do? I didn't know that.
I mean, she's not biological, but I do have one. I mean, I have a son. I call him my big son that I met through my sister, whom I don't talk to anymore. But like, we bonded real close and shit. And my wife and I both kind of adopted him. You know,
That's
just
their son,
like
regardless.
street code. You know what I mean?
That's
So
still y'all's kid. It don't matter.
yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
still love him.
Oh yeah, I'd do anything for him. So actually, I got to perform his wedding ceremony.
Oh,
Ready?
Yeah, I married him and his wife. It was great. It's cool. Because those of you that don't know, I am an ordained minister. So, you know, I'm just saying.
so
I'll throw
I'm
that out
just
there too.
saying that if I need you to act as a preacher, I know who to call.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
the church of tie-dye. There we go.
The church of G.
My hubby actually got ordained. It's actually not as hard as people think to get ordained. You just take a
Oh,
class
not.
and literally get a piece of paper.
Yep.
You can do that shit online. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's legal, and that makes me an ordained minister. So there you go.
Hey, look, you can declare your house a church and get a tax write-off.
Oh shit, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
That's it. Yeah. You can.
Oh, we were
Sweet.
looking at a property before we got this house. We were actually looking at a property up in Mississippi that actually has a church on the property.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, and it's like shit, it was 20, 30 acres or more. And it was out in the deep woods, and it had a house already built for us to live in. It had a church, and I forgot what the other thing was, but It was actually we were looking real heavy at it, and I'm sad we missed it because we missed it by a short little piece. You know, like you're looking, but you ain't sold the other house yet to be able to pay for, and then you're like, "Damn it, I just missed it."
Yep.
That's what happened with that one. We almost got that one. Hey, Watcher Boo, good morning.
What's up, Watcher? Still watching the crazy, I take it.
Well, I've told y'all I've never been married and I don't have any biological kids, but I do have a goddaughter. One of my exes had a kid, and wasn't mine before we worked together, but I raised her like she was mine, and she calls me dad. She don't call her dad, her real biological dad. She calls me dad.
You're
Oh,
the
yeah.
stepped up dad. You're the dad who was there when she needed it the most. You know what I'm saying?
I
And I'm gonna
changed
tell you,
her fucking nasty diapers and shit. Yeah.
that
was
that
good.
right there makes you just as much a father, if not more, than most of us that have children. Because I'm gonna tell you something. You chose to be
Yeah, I
there.
chose. Yeah.
So check this out. So I'm gonna take off after I say this because I got like almost 15 minutes before I got to start my live stream. But I
fair enough.
have a friend that I didn't meet her until we were in high school, and then come to find out, my birthday's July 3rd, and her birthday's July 4th, and actually my mom and her mom shared hospital rooms when we were both born because I was born at 11:47 p.m. She was born at like 1:30 a.m. on the 4th. I was born at 11:37 on the 3rd. But she ended up getting pregnant by my cousin, and she made me her daughter's godfather, like legally. And then her daughter 6 years ago had a child, and she made me the godfather of her daughter. So I'm a godfather of a mama and a daughter, if that makes sense.
That's
I thought
awesome, actually.
Yeah.
that's
that,
kind of
made,
cool.
that made sense to me anyway.
You're a godfather times two, and one a godfather. Which
Yeah,
like you would
God,
say,
yeah.
a great godfather. You're a great
Yeah.
godfather to one.
Yep. So, and I took that role as a godfather seriously. You know what I mean? And I still do. So, like, I don't play around when I commit to shit. You know what I mean?
You
I already
come
have
to
the
me.
redirect set up to you, G2K. I already have it set up. So when you get ready to go live, I'm probably gonna end my live about 158 or 159, so it'll pop everybody right over there at 11.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Just
All right, I'm
You
getting out of
come-
here, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day. Have the day you deserve to have, ladies and gentlemen. Have the day you deserve to have.
All right. I'll be there when you're ready. When you're ready,
All right.
I'll be here. All right.
Sounds good.
You
Thanks,
come
Rick.
to me- You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding and ask me this favor.
I love that movie.
Okay, love you guys. Be good.
All right.
Yeah, I've already got it set up where it'll just throw us. Well, basically, if you're in the chat, it'll throw everybody over there when he does go live, so that everybody can, I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about a very serious topic, but it's worth talking about and people need to talk about. So
It needs to be. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
So-
we do Awareness Monday and we do FBI Friday. And on FBI Friday, we talk about people on the most wanted list. Yeah. So,
And you never know when you could be living next to one of those people. Here's the thing.
yeah.
There's a dude, I swear to God, he was my grandmother's roommate. I swear to God, I think that he was running from something. He's not from here. He's from a whole nother place, but his story on who he is and all this other stuff, it keeps changing and it's weird.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah,
It doesn't
just
make
get-
sense.
yeah.
And I've been trying to figure out if even his name was his real name, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Right.
And
does.
so I'm not going to say his name here because obviously I'm not going to dox him. And not to mention, I have somebody who would love to interview him. But I always was like, oh my God. You couldn't find Eric last night, Miss Raditha? I'll go ahead and share out his backup page for you. And he wasn't Eric last night. That wasn't Eric. That was the Joker. It's a whole thing. Let me
I'm
go.
a joker. I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight toker. Oh, wait. Sorry.
I'm gonna go grab that link right quick and I'll share it out to you, Miss Brittany, then you can subscribe. That way you'll know. Um, let's see here. Where is it? Scroll down. Because I know Miss Angela. Yeah, Miss Angela shared it for me. It was easier to get to hers than it would be somebody else's that shares a lot like I do. Because I'll have like 50,000 things on my community wall at one time. This right here is Mr. Eric's backup channel, the Joker's backup channel, you know. For those who are not subscribed. There you go. Hey, Miss Joy. Also, I can't wait, Miss Joy, until we can, when them pins come out, when they tell you we can finally have a celebration, we gonna have a celebration for Miss Joy, and we gonna twerk, 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 ow, ow, ow. We gonna pop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, because having pins in your leg ain't no fun.
Oh, having pins anywhere is not fun.
Yeah, true. True.
Unless you like that kind of thing. I mean, like Pinhead and shit. So.
Oh my God, that show used to be freaky when I was little. That movie, I'd be like, so here's the thing. Has anybody thought that they could make the wishes, but like you have to be very specific and you could technically, if you wanted to, wish them out of existence?
You could wish for more wishes. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, you only get supposedly, what is it, 3 before they take your soul?
Yeah, you're supposed to get 3.
But here's the thing. If they didn't set any parameters for what you could not wish for, right? And they just said you can make it. There is a specific way if you're smart enough. And if you, now I will say, we were talking about D&D the other day. I got to tell you what my DM did. He made a ring of 3 wishes, but each one of the 3 wishes would F you. Like they wasn't going to be what you wanted them to be.
I'd backfire. Yeah.
And he kept telling us that this ring was no good and that blah, blah, blah. Well, one of our players thought, well, we don't need to let it get into the wrong hands because they could make a wish and it could hurt people. Well, he specifically kept trying to tell us, literally, he TPK'd the entire party to prove a point that the ring wasn't no good. Like there was no way that you could word it. There was no way that it was going to come out good. None of that stuff.
Yeah, if you didn't dot your I's and cross your T's, you're fucked. Yeah.
And even like he specifically and one of the characters got upset on it. He said, I specifically told you that this ring would screw whoever used it. So even if it got into bad hands, it was going to mess them up. You know what I'm saying? Because this one dude wanted the ring, right? The one bad guy. And instead of us just giving it up, because it was a really bad ring, he thought, he could outsmart the ring or don't give it to him because it was a death tyrant. And he had an army of the undead. And so, we got TPK'd and learned a very valuable lesson, but I got a cool ring out of it from that. It's my ring. Literally, if I point at people, it gives me descriptions. So I'm just running around. I'm running around pointing at people.
Yeah, we'll give you their stats and their alignment and shit like that. Yeah, that's useful.
Well,
you got right. Yeah.
Well, it don't tell all that. It kind of like gives like a short description of like, oh, Mr. Clockwork Rex. He is a druid, but he's here to do such. But it can also not tell me everything if, let's say, something is hidden for whatever reason, right? Like, so one of our characters is a Delmaneve. That's the name, and she has children that she shouldn't have with certain creatures that are female, and she's female, right? So they're not supposed to be able to have kids. And so there's a lot. We did a thing to where we got to see everybody's book in the like in Death's Land, where you could see like everybody's book of life. Hers was redacted and partially locked. Yeah, so even pointing at her, you can't find out everything because there is some kind of something keeping all her information from being fully discovered because there's lore behind it. It's also the fact that she was saved by what I was saved by, the one who saved me, and I died and came back.
Oh,
Well, basically, you have to roll on a table, and if a certain roll comes up, then he can still save somebody. And right now we have that. But if you roll a different roll, you can get saved, but nobody else will be. So it's a cool thing my DM came up with.
okay, sweet.
Yeah, my
You,
DM's he comes up with some stuff that is cool. You know what I mean? It's crazy. There's one thing in the world that if you touch it, you can end the entire world. It's literally looks like a solar system model, but it's the actual like worlds. And if you take your finger and touch one of the worlds, you could like cause a tsunami and kill everybody.
yeah.
And one of our players almost did that. He wanted to touch it when it specifically says, "Do not touch."
This is the history eraser button. Yeah. If you ever watched Ren and Stimpy, yeah.
Oh, I loved Ren and Stimpy. That was
Oh, they were great.
you know, they don't make cartoons like they used to.
No,
I
they
was
don't.
I was watching them with my son. The only thing my son watched that was similar to what we watched in the past, he was into Scooby Doo when he was real little. But even Scooby Doo, they changed him up a little bit too.
Oh
But
yeah, they fucked Looney Tunes up. They took out all the rabbit season, duck season, getting shot in the face. Yosemite Sam doesn't pull his guns out anymore. But yeah, they fucking watered that shit down from back in the day. Yeah.
yeah, you know, they have to protect the what do you call
Children.
them?
You gotta
Yeah,
protect the
they got to
children.
be coddled. They got to be coddled. We
Yeah.
watched our shows from back in the day. Like if you look at the Lion King, if you look at the Land Before Time, we had death, we had sadness, we had some
Mhm.
jokes we didn't understand that the adults did. They put some
Mhm.
adult things in there, and the adults were like, we didn't know what they was laughing at, but we do now. But
Mhm.
we had real life things in our stuff. They didn't coddle us. We literally cried because Mufasa died. We was over here just bawling our eyes out as little kids. You know what I'm saying? We had dark themes. They try to
Oh
take that
yeah.
all out of them. Look, now the kids don't even like, they're not prepared for dark things to happen because
Oh, I
dark
know.
things are going to happen.
Yeah. So circle back to Looney Tunes. Yeah. Shit like that. You can't even watch the Roadrunner and Coyote cartoons as they were. They
That
took all
sucks.
they took all the fun out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the best things about, you know, like Roadrunner and Coyote and them always trying to blow each other up and running. And man, we love that. Woody the Woodpecker. I mean,
Oh yeah, Woody. Yeah. Yeah.
Saturday morning cartoons. We used to not have cartoons every day of the week. You had them on Saturday and Saturday only in the morning, and you had to be
Yep.
up kind of early.
Yep. You had to be up between 6 and noon. And
Mhm.
after noon, it was like wrestling and shit. Yeah.
Mhm. So, and then I remember when like Nickelodeon and all that and the Cartoon Network all came out. I remember when those cartoons where you was like, oh my god, because before then we had Beavis and Butthead and Daria's World on MTV, and it only came on at certain times. You had The Simpsons on channel 27 or Fox or whatever, and it only
Yeah.
came on at a certain time, so you had to be there. And then eventually they did roll out to where they had cartoon channels. And
Yeah.
boy, I thought that was something special in the 90s when we had all them cartoons. I was like, oh my God, look at all this.
Yeah, but when Boomerang came out and they showed the old school versions of the
Oh,
cartoon.
yeah. My
Yeah.
dad loved it because I would
Uh,
watch it. He was like, when Thundercats and all that would come on, he'd be so excited because it was like stuff from me.
Thundercats and He-Man and G.I. Joe and what the fuck else was it? Like, but yeah, the fucking cartoons had violence in them
Yeah.
because violence happens around us all the fucking time. And why not get used to it watching cartoons? Hey, look, when Coyote took a header off the cliff, that was the funniest shit. To me,
Well, that's
anyway.
like when I was a teenager is when they started putting on video games, when they started putting it to where you had to be 17 or 18 or older to
Mhm.
buy a certain video game, or music. That's actually when they put on, it was Eminem really the reason they put on those those little things
Those
where you had to be a
little
certain
stickers, yeah.
explicit and you had to be over 18 to buy it. My mom and daddy still bought it for me. My dad went and bought it himself for me because he didn't believe in that crap. Because here's the thing, the video game is not going to make you be a violent person. The music is not going to make you a violent person. You just are a violent person. Just like they tried to claim Marilyn Manson was the reason for the shootings at Columbine. No, he wasn't. That person
No.
was just crazy. It ain't got nothing to do. Just like those 3 boys who unalived that one girl, they tried to claim that the reason they did it was because I think it was Slayer's music back in the day.
Oh,
They tried to do that with a lot of heavy metal bands. Like their music was the reason somebody went and did something crazy. Hell no, them people crazy as hell. They just crazy, okay?
well, yeah. I remember when some dude who like offed himself, she blamed it on Ozzy Osbourne.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Suicide Solution. That was the song. And it was talking about alcohol. It wasn't talking about unaliving yourself and shit. It's like you're killing yourself by drinking all this alcohol, you know. But there was that. He wasn't wrong. I'm just saying he wasn't fucking wrong. And they had like, oh, they got these subliminal backwards messages in their songs, and it's causing, kids to be devil worshippers or whatever. Yeah. That was just a bunch of horseshit. Oh, wait, is GGK about to go live? Okay, hang on.
Yeah, I'm gonna end about 1 hour 59 minutes because my outro is like a minute long, I believe. So it
Okay.
hits perfectly.
Fair enough. Look, I got to get ready to go hang with GTK, and we're going to talk about some fucked up shit. Be forewarned, it's not for everybody. If you're triggered by this shit, you may not want to watch. But I mean, it needs to be talked about, like you said. That's why we do it. Because
Yep.
if you don't drag it into the light, it'll never be seen.
And it don't need to stay in the darkness. You go ahead and go get ready, Mr. Rex, because you got like just a few seconds. And I'm going to go ahead and end. And I want to thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Please stay seated in your seats. We're going to be transported to a beautiful chat. And I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for everybody who hit that like, hit that cash app, who hit the super chat, Miss Jill, Mr. Farmer Fred, the gift of memberships, Mr. Jim Connington. And thank you to myself for giving free ones.
Not fair.
Y'all have a blessed and beautiful day.
All right.
Bye, Mr. Rex.
Take care, everybody.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction. This was the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding. Come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Outer Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, Captain C banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my post slanging down on 1800. Show no love to the ladies that's training round on 1800, making time stand still. Crystalline swinging down on 1800, watching out for them knuckleheads that be staying round on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging round on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about around 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking around 1800. Out of street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse break it out. Remember the blue apartments from OG standing back there by 60 deep. Bull walking, saw blue a big Anthony using P.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my